Welcome to Wisdom for Your Day. Sit back and get ready for some knowledge from real people with life lessons you can apply to your journey today. Before Michael Lee Chin became a billionaire, he was a student stepping into the unknown. In 1970, he left the vintage streets of Jamaica and immigrated to Canada to study civil engineering. He was learning how to build physical structures, but those same mathematical principles would eventually guide the construction of a financial empire. By age 26, he had transitioned into finance and decided to test a massive hypothesis. He borrowed $500,000, a staggering sum for a young advisor, and poured it entirely into stock for the Mackenzie Financial Corporation. When ordinary investors take on $500,000 in debt, market panic and fear often dictate their next move. Lee Chin removed the emotion entirely. Drawing on his background, he treated wealth creation as a logical science, observing and testing his financial models exactly like an engineer stress testing a bridge. That initial loan had eventually appreciated sevenfold. Building a multi-billion-dollar empire from a single line of credit requires a disciplined intellectual framework designed to regulate human emotion during financial turbulence. Lee Chin's approach is often analyzed through a framework of spiritual virtues known as the 12 rays, which categorize specific types of mental and emotional discipline. This begins with the ray of wisdom. In this context, wisdom is the application of a rigid intellectual framework to solve problems, ensuring every investment decision is stripped down to its mechanics and hardwired for success. Maintaining logic requires conquering emotional intelligence struggles. First is fighting the panic of a crisis. Second is subduing personal ego, suppressing the arrogance to alter a proven formula. Prosperity brings the hazard of greed, while market volatility brings fear, stripping away rational judgment. Defeating these biases requires the ray of truth, a commitment to radical operational transparency. By forcing himself and his teams to look at the objective reality of a situation, Lee Chin clears away the emotional noise and wishful thinking that often cloud business decisions. The final struggle is sheer endurance. Fighting internal fatigue requires massive stamina when the results of your strategy take years to compound. Mastering these turbulent inner forces provides the necessary stability required before any external wealth can successfully scale. With the internal psychology secured, the focus shifts to outward action. Lee Chin operates on a simple leadership rule. Success is 1% strategy and 99% execution. This connects directly to the ray of will. He calls it his Go Rhino philosophy. To survive severe financial pressure, like the crushing debt terms he navigated early in his career, you must push forward regardless of the resistance. That relentless forward motion allows a leader to grasp hidden opportunities. Where others see a dangerous crisis, a disciplined mind identifies a moment for growth. This mindset manifests the ray of abundance. Lee Chin's wealth-building mantra is buy, hold, and prosper. He recognizes that opportunities present themselves every single day, but abundance is only unlocked when an individual systematically stops fearing scarcity. He used this exact mechanical execution to acquire AIC Limited and scale it from under $1 million to over $15 billion in assets. Reaching these milestones requires steadfastness in personal values and total emotional control over the span of decades. True leadership is the combination of relentless, mechanical forward action and an unshakable psychological baseline. The accumulation of capital serves as a foundation for a much broader objective: Lee Chin's foundational corporate philosophy of Prosperitas Cum Caritate, doing well and doing good. This philosophy relies on social-emotional awareness. His massive philanthropic investments, including his contribution to the Royal Ontario Museum, stem from a belief that achieving success imposes a responsibility to uplift host communities. Underpinning this is the ray of faith. Inspired by his mother's sacrifices for his education, Lee Chin operates with a generational optimism, a confidence that tomorrow will be a brighter day. The journey from an immigrant engineering student to a financial titan demonstrates how accumulating assets can provide the necessary leverage to elevate an entire society. Host, you too can apply the life lessons to your life today. Become a champion of change and be the change you want to see. This has been Wisdom for Your Day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. For more, visit us on YouTube by the same name.